Hello everyone, welcome to the Afro Girl Diaries channel. Today's setup is a little bit different. As you can see, we are embracing technology. So today I'm having my first guest. I'm very excited to introduce her. Her name is Annie. So she's been kind enough to join today's session just to share her weight loss journey. So you'll notice this month's videos are all about health, body positivity, fitness, and just building body confidence. So the aim of today's video is purely to encourage anyone out there who is considering getting on their weight loss journey, or you're in your weight loss journey already and maybe you're stagnating, or whatever part of the journey that you're in. We're just here to share our own stories to see, hopefully that will inspire you, motivate you, and to show you that you're not alone. So without further ado, I am going to hand over to my lovely friend Annie. If you could just introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do, and actually how we met.
Yeah, so I'm Annie, as Belinda said. I'm sorry about the show that you guys just got. Lucy, I swear, she's been sat really good for the last 5 minutes, and then as soon as Belinda starts recording, it's like, oh, I'll just come and jump on your knee. So sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm Annie, as Belinda said, and I live in the Midlands. I'm in the UK, and I've moved around a bit, mostly stayed in the UK. I did a year abroad in America, and if you're interested in a year abroad, Belinda actually did a whole series on her study abroad journey, so that could be something that would interest you, so check that out. I'll also answer any questions. If you have questions about doing a year abroad from the UK, I'm happy to answer those. Yeah, so what I do for a job is I work as an IT auditor. I work internally for a business, so I work with them as a business to audit their systems. I met Belinda in my old job, where we used to work together as external auditors, where we would go to lots of different companies and audit their systems. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. Yeah.
Thanks for that introduction. So as Annie mentioned, we used to work together. We were part of the same graduate scheme and we were doing very exciting work. I still am there, but Annie moved on to greener pastures. Make sure you make connections for us in case we come over as well. But yeah, as Annie mentioned, she's done a year abroad, and I have also done a study abroad series which she referred to. I'll put a link in the description box below. So if you're interested, if that's something you'd like to find out more about, definitely go have a look. Also, any questions, feel free to put them in the comment box below, and Annie and I will do our best to address them. So just moving on to the weight loss topic, Annie, if you could just let us know what made you start your weight loss journey, like what triggered it? Have you been on it for a while? How's it been for you?
Yeah, so I've been doing weight loss kind of on and off since I was young. But I really started taking it seriously when I left university. So when
Lucy has just decided to take the spotlight.
Yeah.
She's on her weight loss journey as well.
Yeah, so when yeah, I really took my journey a lot more seriously when I finished university. I actually lost a lot of weight when I went to university, and then I went to America, and it was a lot easier to overeat over there because I was on an unlimited meal plan, and so I gained a lot of weight when I was in America. And then after university, I kind of decided that I needed to make a change, and so that's when I really started taking it seriously and like trying a couple of diets and that. So yeah, that's kind of how my journey started. It's not been easy. I've not really had any major success, but that's kind of what triggered it. Yeah.
Okay, and what type of diets did you start with? Because when you started it, you've been on it for a while. As you mentioned, you started it also while you were in university, but what have you tried so far, and what worked and what didn't?
Yeah, so I tried a couple of things. I tried keto, I tried calorie counting, I tried Slimming World, and as I said, I've not really had any major successes. Slimming World is the most recent one I tried, and with that I originally started on the online, so which is where you don't go to group, and then Belinda and another colleague of mine mentioned that they had more success at the group, so I went to the group, and it was okay. I found it to be quite good and supportive, but I didn't see any success, and that's one of the things that really put me off with it. In general, the things that I have found difficult in all of my different things that I've tried is that when I'm away for work, it just all completely goes out the window. In my old job where I worked with Belinda, I would have to be away for weeks at a time, and when you're away, it's hard to not eat badly because the food is paid for in the evenings, and you have to go to like a restaurant or get takeaway or something like that, and so it's hard to have healthy food when you're doing that. And so I think that's what really has derailed me. So I'm hoping that now that I'm in a different job, I can have a bit more of a routine.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely been a hard thing for me as well when you're traveling all the time. Of course, now with the pandemic, that's changed. For the first time ever, I'm so at home, a bit too much actually. But yeah, when you're traveling, it's so hard to stick to specific things. And you know how Slimming World, they encourage you to make your food a certain way. And when you're going to a restaurant, you don't really know what they're putting into the food. For those of you who are wondering or hearing Slimming World for the first time, so it's a weight loss program that's international. I think it's mainly in the UK. I'm not too sure the other countries that it's in, but it's a weight loss program which tends to consist of group. So that's what Annie mentioned, that she did the online version which didn't have group, but the one I did had group. So the group element of it is you have a group of people and a consultant who keep you accountable. So every week you go, you weigh in, they ask how your experience was, what struggles you have, and you get to just hear from each other, which again, if you're traveling, you get to miss out on that, which is a very important part of the program. So yeah, routine, being able to stick to a routine while traveling can be quite tough. But for you who are wondering what Slimming World is, I will tag some more information in the description box, so definitely go have a look. So Annie, you did mention that you haven't had much progress with the programs you've done so far. What are you doing now, or what are you planning to do in the future, basically, to have more success?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to try and do a more personalized plan. So something that's based on what I want to eat naturally. And I'm hoping to maybe go more calorie counting because that's a lot more flexible than any of the other programs. But I will be still, I think, using the recipes that I learned on Slimming World. I still have recipe books. So I'll be sticking with those probably and trying some different of those recipes. And trying different things with that. So yeah, I want to kind of mesh a lot of things together that and hopefully find something that works for me. Definitely exercise is really important for me to try and do. Obviously it'd be good to walk my dog Lucy a lot, try and calm her down a bit. So yeah, those are things that I really want to work on. And I think, like you say, having a routine helps a lot with that. So now that I'm going back into the office, that's helping me to have a bit more of a routine than I had earlier in the lockdown. Because when you're at home all the time, I don't know, it somehow makes it a lot harder to have a routine.
Yeah, you feel a bit lazy as well. As much as you've been sat down the whole day, you just feel like when you're done with work, you just want to sit down, watch TV. So that's actually what I do, which doesn't help. But when you're going to the office, at least when you're on your way back home, you can probably go pass by a gym or something. So it should be better. I think it should be much better now as the lockdown eases. So thanks so much for that, for sharing your future plans. Maybe a few words for someone out there who is on their journey or they're considering being on their journey. What would you tell them, having considered what you've been through yourself?
Yeah, so what I would say is that you should work on your self-confidence as well as your weight loss journey. I mean, even work on your confidence before you start your journey, because even if you lose, like £100, you could still not have confidence in yourself. And everyone is beautiful no matter their size, and that's something that it's taken me a long time to learn, and to like find clothes that look good on me, and find things that I'm comfortable in, rather than trying to make myself fit the clothes, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's what I would say, is that it's about what's on the inside as much as on the outside.
I agree completely. Like, even from my own personal experience, I remember when I was starting my journey, I was like, when I lose this much kgs, my life will be perfect. And you lose the kgs, and then you're just there still feeling the same way you felt when you were starting your journey. So clearly, body confidence and weight loss are two separate journeys that need to be worked on consistently. So definitely body confidence. One should be happy at whatever size they are. It's something I keep telling myself as well, because I think we all have good days and bad days. So days that you really hate how you look, but other days where you start appreciating. So it's definitely a good message. Love yourself, whatever size you are. Thank you so much for that. If anyone has any questions specific to Annie's story, or you could actually even share your own weight loss journey, what you've been struggling with, what's worked for you. You can also highlight things that haven't worked for you. Let's just continue this conversation after this video. Let it not end here. And yeah, Annie and myself will do our best to address that. Annie, do you want to maybe bid farewell to our viewers?
Yeah, so it's been great to speak to you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Show this video some love, share it with a friend, share it with family, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.